Hey guys, how you doing?
Welcome back.
Yeah, right. We've been on a hiatus for a little while, but we're back here in the booth with you. Don't call it a comeback because we've been here the whole time
For years.
Yep. Sitting here with Kyle Bostic as usual. Light skinned representative.
Light skin representative. Angry all day, baby. Yeah. Angry all day.
We got Mr. Momoh Pujay over here.
Hi.
You can see he's just a bundle of joy.
Yep.
He likes speaking and riffing. That's why we picked him to do a comedic podcast because he just has a lot of energy to put forth. He's and he's very descriptive. No one word answers with him. He's out there. He's out there. And then you have me, Phil Burke, the Black Suburban. So let's do this. Fucking dudes, we were talking about this shit before we even press record, just fucking messing around. But first things first, I guess we're gonna have to talk about is Lil Wayne, of course. Wanted to leave Young Money. Of all fucking things, wanted to leave Young Money. Because what? It was because they didn't put out the Carter 5, right?
I guess.
Correct? They're fighting him on the Carter 5.
I'm guessing Baby heard the Carter 5 and I can't put something else worse than Carter 4 out.
That's what it was. He didn't have Tech 9 and Andre 3000 to save him. He's like, oh shit. Well, I guess, Well, I heard the true story was Lil Wayne didn't want to kiss him for the second time on camera, and that's when they just had to part ways. You know what I mean? He just couldn't do it anymore.
He said, yo, Drake does this shit all the time. Why you being difficult?
I know.
Why are you being difficult?
He's being tough.
Baby.
And, Lil Wayne said, oh, man, I got you a male prostitute from Toronto. I shouldn't have to do this anymore. I'm a grown man.
I think Baby just wanted a more unique album title.
Yeah, that's very possible.
You can't think of anything else, Wayne? Nah, man, which could be the Carter 37, Carter 38.
He's like, what do you expect? You took me out of school when I was 12.
Exactly. Very limited imagination.
We have to think about it. This takes away from Wayne's real job of impregnating fine women all across America. And that's what Wayne really fucking
Is that
does.
something he does?
Yeah.
Lauren London, impregnated by Wayne.
Damn.
That is true. Baby mama?
It takes up that and bad skateboarding. And that's most of his schedule nowadays. A lot of bad skateboarding going on.
The album's probably gonna suck anyway.
Yeah, no, that's true. But the streets want it. That's what Wayne seems to think. The streets want it. I don't know. What do you people think? What do you, one person who stumbled upon this podcast on YouTube?
Yeah, right.
What do you think? Do the streets want it? I think they want it. You're right.
I guarantee you the one person who stumbled across this podcast is not in the streets. I would take any bet. It's not in the streets. Yo, my nigga.
Yeah.
Comedy meets hip hop, son.
Yeah.
I'm on YouTube all day. I guess it's popping.
You know how much crack I sold today? Now I get to unwind and listen
on Craigslist? You know how much crack I sell on Craigslist?
Yeah.
Hey man, we do some underground shit. We got a small amount of viewers, probably very, very small.
Some Chechnyan
we gotta
kids.
talk about the sponsors.
Oh yeah. We would like to thank our sponsor, Old Forester, for being the worst bourbon you can buy for $50.
That's bourbon?
Yeah, it is. It calls itself bourbon.
I thought it was disinfectant.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, it's mostly disinfectant and Coca-Cola.
Momo now has
paint in it.
on his chest.
Yeah, it's painted it.
Just from the start of this podcast, he grew some heads.
Oh my god.
So,
If anyone lit a match in here, we would explode.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
as a candle burns.
Yeah, Kyle pointed to a candle because obviously everybody listening to the podcast can see that. So he wanted you to be invited.
Nah, man, that's what that one kid in the streets was tuning in for. He's like, when the candle gonna get started?
When does the candle get its proper respect?
You can't have a candle in your podcast and not utilize the candle. Nah, wait.
But so back to the whole Lil Wayne thing, because now that we've all learned that we're all funny black comedians from that long riff, where do you think Lil Wayne is gonna go?
Exactly.
What is he gonna do? What are his thoughts? Like,
He can't go to Def Jam. He's probably gonna have to start his own offshoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do you think he'll even be able to get out of a contract? Because he's been out with them for so long, so I can see him having signed something like 2 years ago to
he just gets a divorce.
Contract. Yeah, but
I mean from baby.
Yeah, but to get a divorce,
they're married.
That is true. That is true. But even so, it's like, you know, who's gonna get Slim in that whole custody battle?
Yeah.
You know, he's the silent child watching all of this.
Yeah.
You know, who gets Manny Fresh? I mean, they sent him away to military school years ago.
Manny Fresh? Where is Manny Fresh? That's a better question. Where the fuck is Manny Fresh?
Where in the world is Carmen Manny Fresh Diego?
He was supposed to be making an album with somebody.
Yeah, he's supposed to be making Detox.
Most definitely.
He died of old age.
Yeah. But, can you be an old man and still be called Manny, spelled I-E? Isn't it like M-A-N-N-I-E Fresh?
I think it's Y. I think it's Y.
Nah,
I
don't give him that.
You don't give him too much credit.
I don't give him that.
Look, he made like 3 hot beats.
That's true. That's true.
I know. He made a ton of hot beats.
He made a lot of
He
shit.
made a ton of hot beats.
But yeah, you know, you always wonder what the fuck.
Yeah, he's I-E.
He's an IE.
Google.
God,
yeah,
wow.
he's M-A-N-N-I. That's so gay.
But still, back onto the back into the subject though. Where do you think he'll be? So you don't think he's gonna go with Def Jam? You think he's possibly gonna make his own independent label for himself?
Yeah.
Do you think he's willing, like, because Lil Wayne's shady?
He's gonna go to Shady Records.
Well,
yeah, right.
You saw the other tweets, right? You saw Pusha tweet him like, "Yo, why don't you come to Good Music?"
Really? Wow. I think that's not going to be... It's an interesting idea, but it's not going to be a great idea because Lil Wayne is so used to being the head of everything. Well, the pseudo-head.
It's like having Kobe and Jordan on the same team.
Yeah, it just wouldn't work out. You know?
I kind of think that
and he's
that
a
is
smart enough
why
dude to realize
I kind of think that is why he's leaving Cash Money because
he realizes
he's not the top dog over there.
Yeah, and he realizes that he should be. He's old enough now, and he's probably always felt it. That he should be, and he's like, oh, this dude's just making
What's
money.
more of an impact? Lil Wayne leaving Young Money or Drake, leaving the Young Money?
If Drake left, it would be over.
Yeah, Drake leaving Young Money.
Yeah, so like Lil Wayne
ruined them. Yeah. Lil Wayne's old enough, he's good enough to sustain himself, he has a hard enough base and everything, you know. He'll be fine, but
what was the last thing Lil Wayne did though?
That was
6 foot 7?
That was good. Yeah, 6 foot 7 foot. The last thing that people had to listen to was probably that. Yeah, you know. Yeah, I guess a track without Drake on it that was good. Yeah, probably 6 foot 7.
Or Rick Ross.
Or Rick Ross.
Yeah, like if the Rick Ross or Drake aren't on.
Yeah, if they're not on his shit, then it's worthless to listen to. Within the last 4 years,
he needs to get rid of his dreads. Start anew.
Start anew.
I mean, and you're
like
30.
when Lupe
And you're
took off
30
the
years.
glasses.
And you're 30 years old.
He's like, listen, there's a real nigga under here.
I am from Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He saw Hannibal do it, and he was like,
I didn't even need these glasses.
Look, you're 30 and you're 30 years old. I don't need every rhyme in your life to be about shit references. I just don't. Like, you're 30 years old.
Yeah.
You had to have been through more shit in your life than just shit references.
He's a full on.
It's like the
more
Eddie.
shit
It's like
than
the
shit.
first. It's like the first Eddie Murphy joke. That is what Lil Wayne has been doing
you're right.
for 10 years.
Yeah, he's a full on adult now. So I think it's just starting to hit him that he's
Just
still
go by
a kid.
Wayne. You know,
right.
we just want to hear Wayne at this point. Like,
He'll probably do some shit like that, like Dwayne Carter.
yeah,
Yeah, like his new shit.
be like, yeah. I fucking hate Lil Wayne though.
Yeah.
I could care less. I hate that guy.
I mean, well, you know, everybody, at least for me, like.
And we have Momo's first hatred.
Yeah.
I know y'all
Knock
missed.
that one-
I know
yeah,
the
dude.
one person who listened to the podcast missed that.
Yeah. Make sure you write that one off, because it's
Dude,
going to happen a lot
fuck
more.
Lil Wayne. It's terrible.
There you go. Let him
Why
go.
do we care about Lil Wayne? Like, what is... Lil Wayne sucks, man.
No, you're right. I'm not fighting you, man. If you would have talked to me in high school,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known any of his shit, because I considered it worthless.
Yeah.
And then I got a little older and got into, like, some of his shit. I mean, I like the Carter 2,
Carter
the Carter 3 actually isn't that bad.
The Drop 3.
That grew on me. The Drop 3. And he did some good stuff.
Dedication.
Dedication. Yeah. The what you call
Dedication 2.
Yeah.
Dedication 2
that was good. I'll give it that. But Dedication 2 was good.
But in the last like 7 years, it's been nothing but dog shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. I totally fucking feel you. It's nothing but
complete utter
the worst.
I think it's because
the worst of commercial shit.
I think the reason why he fell off the last 7 years, and it coincidentally coincided with Drake and Nicki Minaj blowing up, is because they stopped writing his shit.
Yeah, that's true. They're not part of his SNL writing team anymore.
Exactly right.
You can't do it.
This nigga has.
So y'all don't give any respect to J Mills, Lil Chucky.
No. Like J Mills.
I give respect to Mills.
J Mills is writing like 4 bars here and there on a gangster song.
He's like
track
freelancing.
5. Yeah, exactly.
Mills is freelancing, bro.
Yeah.
He's also working for Huffington Post, and then whenever.
Yeah, he writes on Huffington Black Voices. It's on the Black Voices page. If you look on the left side, it's like
he's a freelance writer for.
See somebody just battle rap and something.
All Black Lives Matter. By J Mills.
He writes for Ebony, and then when he has the free time, he'll send Lil Wayne some verses. You know,
I can't breathe because of all this weed smoke in my lungs. Fuck J Mills.
Write it down.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it, Mills. Write that down.
No, but like Wayne obviously had people writing for him.
Oh yeah, he signed Limp Bizkit just so he could make a fucking rock
album. Yeah, dude.
That was garbage.
That is pandering.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Let me get the worst rock band in history
ever,
so I can make the worst.
I mean, he couldn't even get Stained.
Yeah, right. Couldn't get Puddle of Mud.
Right. Like, what's Puddle of Mud up to?
Couldn't call him Alien Ant Farm, Wayne.
Hey, Alien Wayne. Got this whole new album I'm working on. Like, what's Korn doing? I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure Korn could have made a classic rap rock collaboration.
What's Korn up to? Hey, Korn, hey, dude.
Yeah, whatever that freaky dude doing. Creepy dude from Korn.
Oh god.
That's all Wayne has him saved in his phone as creepy dude.
Yeah, creepy dude from Korn.
Hey, creepy dude, it's Wayne. Yeah, I don't care what your name is. That's how Wayne talks all the time.
Sounds like a tired, like, drive time radio. A lot of traffic on the 105. This is Scooter and the Dingo.
Wayno, hey, it's creepy dude from Korn. That's a guy, Wayno. I wanna leave young life.
But yeah, so I don't know, man. Like, if he leaves, whatever, you know, we all agree that he can kind of do his own thing now. Do you think anybody is gonna come with him? Do you think Nicki, Drake, anybody else in the camp will work with him from then on? Or?
Maybe we'll probably stop him from working with him. We'll probably blacklist him because you never heard from Manny Fresh again. Juvie is on like the low end, like mad underground.
Yeah.
Compared to where he was. It's like underground.
Juvie was Cash Money when they first came out.
Yeah.
Juvie was like the star of the Hot Boys.
Yeah.
You know what you're saying, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's all he was doing. If you do that whole song, redo the whole song in that voice, like, oh, you thought you paid your child support, huh?
Flipping the coins.
Yeah, like, that would be great. I would love to see that.
Yeah, that's a good sketch.
Yeah, dude. Nail it down.
Yeah, right? Got it. Brilliance.
Yeah,
captured right here. You're welcome.
Yeah, right.
You're welcome one day.
Yeah.
You want to pay child support, huh?
Yeah,
you're welcome one guy who's
You're
waiting
welcome
for his
YouTube
porn
thumbs.
to
You
stop
want to get
buffering.
streets? Why don't you spread this shit in the streets, you faggot? But you won't do it because you scared, nigga. See, that's how you gotta talk to people in the streets.
Yeah.
Your fans.
That's how you talk to your fans.
You ain't antagonize everybody.
Pussy. Bet you won't.
Pop my album,
Shucks, you scared, nigga.
Yeah.
Night light half. Nigga.
That's what 50 Cent did.
Yeah.
I bought his album twice.
Scared everybody. Alright, so I guess we kind of decided like Lil Wayne will be fine. I think everybody's known that. But it's just interesting because he was just synonymous with Cash Money for so fucking long.
It'd be funny if Lil Wayne's actually secretly poor. And like
I would not be surprised if he
you know
was.
what I mean?
Because a lot of his funds are tied in with Cash Money.
And
that's why I'm so surprised of like what he's gonna do.
Lil Wayne is the Macaulay Culkin of hip hop.
Yes.
Yes.
And he's gonna have to. The thing too is he's gonna have to pay Baby to get out of his contract.
Yep.
So how much money is that? That's gonna be millions.
10 million.
Yeah.
Millions.
It's 10 million straight up.
That's probably gonna be more.
It's gonna be at least 10 million straight up.
Yeah, at
I
least.
bet you Baby's making him stand in the corner as we speak.
As we speak.
Oh, yeah.
Don't ever tweet that shit again.
Tweet that
Yeah, right.
Keisha, whoop his ass.
No.
It's fucking ridiculous, man.
Erase that tweet.
Yeah.
No.
Pull it off right now.
Baby.
But yeah, man, it's crazy. It's money, man. Like, yeah, I'd be surprised if I would not be surprised if he was actually like broke on the low.
I think he
You
is.
know what I mean?
I would be surprised.
And he's probably, you gotta think what his next real move is gonna be to stay relevant, because now that he's pulling away from Cash Money, he's not gonna have all that FaceTime.
He's gotta put out a mixtape. He's gotta
put out a bunch of mixtapes. Because that's the one thing. That's the only thing that's kept Lil Wayne current is Cash Money always pushing his image constantly everywhere.
But
Yeah.
the one thing I will give Lil Wayne, he's never afraid to work.
He's not.
He's never afraid to work.
He's not afraid to work.
He's never afraid to work, push out product, and get his stuff out there. Like that's he's never been afraid to do that.
That's definitely true, but I don't know. It just depends on how accessible he's gonna be this time around. You know what I mean?
I mean,
He's
he is
gonna have
older.
money to
He's
put himself out.
raising a bunch of daughters all over the country.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
I
Man.
can't believe he impregnated Laura in London still to this day. This shit is still amazing to me.
But yeah, I mean, just money in hip hop is always a crazy thing. Like, we also have another thing that we wanted to talk about, which is the whole Wu-Tang announcing their pay grade.
Okay.
We all know Capadonna is at the bottom of it, okay? Just
that's
spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
I'd say you, God.
Yeah.
You, God's the intern.
Actually, it was Capadonna at the bottom.
That's crazy.
I mean, he's a taxi driver, for real. Like,
Oh, man.
He also has the worst name.
Yeah, Capadonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking shitty.
I think it would be funny if you think of all those grades almost like, like rank in the military.
Yeah.
You know,
Like,
it's like, when you come into the Wu-Tang Clan, you start off as a Capadonna. You start at 13 years. Maybe one day you can make it to Jizza. You might be able to make it to RZA if you play your cards right.
RZA's a general.
Yeah, exactly.
RZA's a general. You ain't never gonna be a RZA. But you if you play your cards right, you may be like a master killer.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this is some bullshit, man. I've been an inspected deck for like 5 years, man. Some fucking bullshit.
These niggas downgraded me to Red Man. What the
Yo,
fuck is that?
I'm an
It's like
affiliate.
Part of
I'm an
affiliate now.
I'm a part of the clan no more.
I'm Shaheem. Why am I?
Niggas made me erase my tattoo. That shit hurt.
Niggas called me a Shaheem, son.
The funniest thing I will say about this podcast is saying all these references and have Jeremy not know anything.
We didn't even say Jeremy was here in the beginning. I felt really bad for it.
This is Jeremy.
You're just sitting there creepily.
Yeah.
Nobody knows until you say that.
That is true.
That's what makes it even creepier. Because
And the bad thing about it was he been trying to chime in, but nobody introduced him.
Yeah.
Well,
The streets want Jeremy and the Candle to go at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Jeremy is he's not really the guest, he's more the producer of the show. By producer, he just brought a computer and we're speaking into it. But he's still doing his part and he's sipping on his bourbon right over there.
that's all I wanted to do.
Jeremy, you have anything you want to say to the kids out there?
Hey, I don't know. I didn't want to be in
Killed
this
it. All right, Jeremy.
Let this be.
Just in case you guys didn't know, Jeremy is really great at improv.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
great.
yes.
Great
Solid
ad-libber
style.
ad.
He's definitely sporting a Marine cut. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely.
Slightly Hitler Youth, which is slightly
Yeah, I mean,
ironic.
I mean, you could be a jizzer.
It's a nice cut. It's a cut. Yeah.
It'll look good in a few days.
It's perfect for podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
to
a
see it.
it's a great.
Until like I
Ideal.
mentioned that I'm here, like, oh,
Yeah.
Jeremy's here. It's a shitty haircut too.
Yeah.
Great, thanks.
But back onto the Wu-Tang pay grade thing. It just so I think this is. I mean, it's funny and stuff. It's obviously kind of cool, but I also wonder what you think like other like groups and sets like pay grades are. You know what I mean? Like who makes the most? You know,
D12.
Bizarre making shit.
Bizarre. Yeah.
Bizarre make. We can all guess the bottom of each set. Each pay grade.
Yeah, Bizarre's not doing a fucking thing.
Bizarre, yeah. There's a
it's
reason
just
he
like-
wears a
it's-
shower cap.
Yeah.
It's like what's it from the Fugees?
Oh, Praz?
Praz.
Oh, yeah.
It's Praz from the
Praz, actually, fun fact, Praz did a homeless documentary or whatever. He acted like he was homeless for, I think, a whole month. They
And
documented
everyone
it.
believed it.
Yeah, everybody.
Acted? Like,
Yeah.
acted.
Turns out it was just a real thing. He was
Okay.
in between spots, in between places for a while.
It was actually the security camera of a Walgreens.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, yeah, I'm doing a
Biopic,
documentary.
yeah, right.
Why does it have a timestamp on it?
Yeah,
bro?
What is that?
You seem to just be under that bridge the entire time.
Riveting.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, right.
He's like, I haven't gotten a lot of attention since Ghetto Superstar.
Oh, yeah.
By far the worst lyrical song of all time.
Oh, man. I don't know.
I know, it inspired me.
But what's the pay grade mean? Like, is it like percentage, or is it
I
like?
think it's literally just who gets paid least to most.
Oh. So you mean all right. So it's like you. Will
So it's
get,
like Capadonna makes the least.
if we're making $1 million, he's making $10. This guy's making $50.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that sucks, man.
Right.
That sucks,
That's
right?
what's so true.
It's not like it's a job where you
Yeah.
get salary.
Like,
It's like, yeah,
It's like this is what your self
zero sum game. Yeah, like
Your whole personality is worth this much to us.
They will do $1 million. They will do because to book them all, it probably costs like 50,000 to 100,000. It costs a lot of money.
Yeah, in that range.
So-
you know.
They'll book them all, and Capadonna will wind up with $250.
Oh, yeah. He's working for tips. This nigga's working for tips.
Yeah.
He's passing a hat.
The donation.
Yeah, he's passing a hat around the
It's
crowd.
like no pressure, guys. Just like thank you for coming to the show.
Yeah, you know.
It's not
Yeah.
false.
Yeah.
Here's my mixtape.
Yeah, out of the trunk of his car.
Yeah.
$5 a piece.
I mean, name one memorable thing Capadonna's ever done.
The 40 bars he spit on Win Awards.
Showing his pay grade.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Was he the one who did it? He leaked
No,
it?
I don't know if he leaked it.
That'd be wild.
But
if
that's
he
what I
did,
know
man.
Capadonna for, really.
No, man. He has the worst name in the group.
Yeah, it's pretty sure. That's what I think. That's mostly what it was about.
Yeah.
It's bad names.
Yeah,
Bad
you
names.
know? Like Jizza, the genius. Like, damn, that's Raekwon, the chef. That's great.
Yeah, that's
Ghostface
Killer.
Killer.
Stuff is, yeah,
Method
it's
I mean, yeah, those dudes.
Capadonna.
That's the dudes.
Yeah, you know.
Those the dudes who make money.
Yeah.
Raekwon, the chef.
Yeah.
Ghostface Killer.
I would watch a show with a hologram of ODB with RZA, Jizza, Ghostface, Ray, and Method Man. And the rest of them don't need to be there. I don't even know if there are anyone. Oh, You God. Yeah, fuck that guy.
You don't need him there.
No Master Killer, son. No Master
Is
Killer.
he even in the group?
Hologram of ODB.
I mean, he is, but
Yeah, the hologram ODB, yeah,
He'll
man.
just overdose.
Master Killer's
Over and over.
Like, oh, his
But you
hologram
don't
died.
need
Shit.
You don't really need
The
him.
hologram has
Master
a
Killer is
virus.
not an essential Wu-Tang member.
No.
You don't need him.
Master Killer is Jeremy Lin of Wu-Tang. That's like you put up a couple nice games, but
after that,
Master Killer's like the
That's
dog on Frasier. You can replace him. If he dies, you can just replace him with another Master Killer. An identical one. Because no one knows what he looks like anyway.
Yeah, whatever.
Shout out to Master Killer. You know what
You're
I'm saying?
listening.
He's the one guy.
God fucking damn it, guys.
I can't escape
Fucking
this
jerks.
long
Yeah,
shadow.
fucking
Look, man,
jerks.
those dudes grew up on Staten Island. I don't.
So they do sound like that to me.
Oh yeah.
So they sound exactly like my impression.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Nah, they're probably still under rubble right now.
Yeah. Still in the gravel pit.
Shaolin's a literal gravel pit after
Yep.
Hurricane Sandy.
Oh god.
Wow. Good reference.
Everything came full circle.
Yeah, it's their fault.
But aside from this ridiculousness, I don't even know. Like, so yeah, you think what the pay grades are for all those different people? It's like, what other sects can we like think of?
Like
that-
Dipset. You know.
Oh, all their pay grade is probably $0. They're all
Cam,
they're all
99.
worthless
Can't get
people.
money. Can't get money.
99.
Can't get money.
I would
Joel's
think
gets
that
money.
Joel's probably makes the most out of all of them
Nah, Camp still gets
because
money.
he's probably the nicest one to me. I don't know.
I mean, he's the greatest ever at rhyming the same word together.
Yeah.
he's probably the greatest ever at doing it.
I wouldn't believe any other rapper saying that they could get computers Putin. Get them
That is true.
I wouldn't trust anyone else to say that.
That
Chuck
is
D?
true.
You want to hear Chuck D say that
Let's see
shit?
Chuck D. I'm getting revolutionizing.
Yeah, right. Tupac. I want to hear Tupac says, got the poops Putin.
Yeah, you hear that shit and it resonates with you.
Yeah,
It sticks
yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
But all right, let's get off of that shit because it's fun for a minute. But
No, ASAP.
that whole
Oh, yeah,
ASAP
we
group.
Who's making money there? Like,
Well,
just
that's
ASAP.
just Rocky,
Ferg.
Ferg a bit.
Maybe.
I mean, yeah, Ferg probably because let's be real, he was on Arsenio Hall tonight.
It's like, listen, ASAP. Yeah, right.
He had an interview on
Which
Arsenio
is canceled.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
That was the joke.
It's like, listen, ASAPs, we're going to adopt this new pay
Sorry, one
grade.
viewer, I killed Phil's joke.
Listen, we need to adopt
It
some
wasn't that
more
strong.
Wu-Tang
It was
philosophy,
not that strong.
starting with the pay grades.
Yeah, right? Rap should be communist, everybody gets the same amount,
Nah, it's
And there
American.
It's the most capitalist type of
Yeah.
music you can have.
Communist rap.
How did you get communist rap?
Just rap
We
about
all
radishes.
have the same
Rap
bitches.
about working in a factory
Yeah.
for the greater
You
good.
mean we all have the same bitches and cars? No! And we enjoy
Well, there are
this.
no more beefs. We'll get that.
Just
plenty of beef.
just spit 16 bars about bread lines. Preference.
Those 16 would be fire though.
China, shit. Indochina.
Immortal Technique would be on every track.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to hear that shit, though. It's depressing.
Anyway, sad ass motherfucker.
Hey.
He's good though. He's good. Still waiting on that next album from him though. But what was that one that he used to tell everybody that he was coming out with? Revolutionary Volume 3?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Basically, the
Revolutionary Volume 2.
Basically, the detox of the indie scene.
Yeah, pretty much. Detox of the indie scene. Nothing else.
Why isn't it coming out? He's indie.
Cause
He's been doing Vlad TV interviews. That's why.
He's been grinding.
he's been doing some revolutionary shit. He's also too. He's a big activist, so he'll like go to places like
Yes, he is.
He goes to the places that he talks about. He's one of the few rappers that actually like lives the life that he says.
About it.
Yes.
He's
Like,
really about it.
No,
Like, he doesn't
he's-
talk that
no,
independence
he is-
shit.
He is
And
real.
he's not about
Yeah.
it, dude. He's real. Like, yeah.
Immortal.
He
is
goes to
real.
like Nicaragua and Venezuela and shit, and like actually like
Helps out migrant workers.
yeah,
This
yeah.
nigga.
It's crazy shit, but he's about
Nah,
that.
he's
about
about
that life,
everything he says.
which I can totally respect.
And it's totally
Yeah.
positive,
Yeah.
and shout out to Immortal Technique.
Yeah, shout out to him with technique,
The one
Like
serious
listeners.
moment on this fucking podcast.
Yeah.
Now let's go back to shitting on somebody.
Alright, yeah. What I also wanted to talk about too is the whole Iggy Azalea versus Azalea Banks beef.
Mm.
It was probably about, well, most of it was about the whole Eric Garner, Mike Brown thing, loss of indictment, and Azalea Banks came at Iggy Azalea saying that you're a very popular figure in hip hop right now, in the mainstream. You're also a white woman who's making all this money off of black culture, and you're not even helping out to talk about black issues, which is very true, and I understand it. But a part of me feels that Azalea Banks is probably just a little bit salty that they kind of have the same name.
Baby Azalea Banks.
Yeah. Like y'all had to pick the whitest bitch in the world.
I think that's what it is.
Yo,
She's like, oh,
she calls her igloo is Australia.
Yeah, come on.
Nah, let me just read this shit. It said, it's funny to see people like Igloo Australia silent when things like this happen. Black culture is cool, but black issues sure aren't, huh?
Yeah.
Sorry.
And it's like, look, I side exactly with what she's saying, but at the same time, she's very petty.
Here's another one. If you're down to
she's trying to, like, she's salty.
If you're down to ride with us, bitch, you gotta ride all the way.
With us.
No, she didn't say that.
No, I disagree. Iggy Azalea has a hard life. She has to get dick from Nick Young all the fucking time. And that shit is hard, son. It's hard.
Which leads me to the next Azalea
That
Banks.
motherfucker calls he calls himself Swaggy P. There's no P in this motherfucker's name.
She calls her out on that too.
That's black struggle right there.
She calls her out on that too.
With that guy.
She says, don't be down to ride black dick. If you with us, you with us.
It's true.
So she's hitting at her at every angle.
She's coming at her from every side.
Every angle, man.
Speaking of which, broke with expensive takes out now, Azalea Banks.
Yeah, right?
Because basically that's what she's doing.
That's
she's
awesome.
That's
fucking
exactly. Yeah.
That's just killing me.
Get it for your Amazon Kindle.
Yeah, right? That's the whole thing. It's like, I side with her. I side with what she's saying, but at the same time, it's like, bitch, you really don't care. You're just salty that she's way more popular than you
and
are.
you're using her to promote
And
the
you're just
album.
using her to promote
Exactly.
Shit on her.
Yeah.
And Eric Garner.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Eric Garner. She's like using both of them.
You're just hoping that your career doesn't get choked out.
Oh, jeez.
We can edit that out, Jeremy, can't we? I don't want that one dude on the street like, you the dude who made the Eric Garner joke?
Yeah. Nah, the NYPD is going to be following us now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they already do because we're three black guys. But I mean, as a podcast.
Look.
They're here right now. They gave me that joke.
Oh, yeah. This whole thing is actually being wiretapped.
Yeah, right?
Like our podcast is really just a wiretap.
Yeah, right? And then they figure out how broke we are, and they're like, what's the point of all this?
Yeah.
Here's some guys talking about drinking Old Forester.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And that's why you're listening. Am I right? All right. No, the Azalea Banks and the Iggy Azalea shit, it's true, man. I mean, she should, anybody in a position of, like, power, I feel like if you're in the black community or you're somewhere adjacent to it, you should at least address it slightly. If you're in the spotlight, it'd be a good thing to help out these people.
I agree.
Charles Barkley.
God damn it, you took my joke.
My bad. Yeah, my bad. I'm just saying, like, do you really want everyone having an opinion on everything?
No, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be like...
What if their opinion is in line with yours? Like, if Tyler Perry would have come out like, yeah, man, Mike Brown deserved to die, man. Like, shit. His whole empire would come crumbling down.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely.
Well,
I'm saying if you have an opinion complying with...
No, okay.
Tyler Perry would never come out.
Yeah,
no.
I'm saying...
Never.
He would have one of his white characters say it in a movie.
Ever.
But it's
Look, he
really
just
him.
wears
He's
wigs
like,
just because it's
like
comfortable
whatever it is,
and he likes money.
But, yeah, I'm saying it's your responsibility if you have the same view that complies with what other people's point of view. If you have the same view as the protesters and you're in the spotlight, you should be telling people about it. Like Iggy Azalea, she's a very popular chick. Everybody knows, just like we were saying earlier, hip-hop is, like, pretty much now marketed to kids. If you can get those kids outraged, that in turn gets their parents outraged, you know what I mean? And that'll change things because money runs everything.
Yeah.
They're the consumer. You know what I mean?
It
doesn't matter if it's governmental or just purely, like, economics. It's like, they're all kind of tied into one thing.
Mm-hmm.
If white kids with limitless amounts of money don't like that black kids are getting killed by white cops, it will stop. You know?
White girls.
The white girls especially.
White girls.
But, so it's just, It's her. I personally do think it's her responsibility.
I mean, when George Bush comes out and be like, "Yo, this is fucked up."
Yeah.
That was funny. Yeah. Just like, yo.
Yeah, when Bush is beating is iggy as hell. Yeah.
I was just like, yo. I was like, wow. We could have used this during Katrina.
Nah. Because he wanted to. It's just that Dick Cheney wouldn't let him talk.
Oh yeah, he was. You know.
He would have been on TV like, man, it's fucked up what I'm doing, man.
Like, you can't pretend like you like black people. Sorry, George.
Yeah.
You need to stay in.
He was like, yo, it's fucked up what President Dick is making me do, man.
I get all my good coke for them.
George Bush to fall off the wagon.
I would blow lines with Jenna,
George
Judge.
Bush would probably be the greatest thing in the world.
Nancy Reagan.
For a black dude. That's crazy.
I'm sure.
That's the craziest thing. Yeah, I don't like y'all, but you know what? Y'all are fucking fun to hang out with.
Who was that first lady who was fucked up? Betty Ford?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, she probably did tons of cocaine. Man.
Just in the White House.
Yeah,
doing desk.
No, not even a desk, like a presidential painting. Like, you know what I mean? Like one of their paintings that are...
George Washington's like, take this shit down. Secret Serviceman, now.
Yeah, right.
No, gives like Rutherford B. Hayes a coke mustache. Like, yeah.
So, we
This
just
is
talk
the
about
White
scenarios
House.
from 10 years ago later.
Yeah.
I think Rutherford B. Hayes is at
Yeah, I want
least
to do that now.
hyper relevant in hip hop.
I guess, Jeremy, quick time check. What are we on right now?
I think we started at like 7:36. It's 8:16 now, so half hour.
Okay, so we're about a half hour. This can, I guess, kind of get to the last couple points we want to make and kind of wrap up a little bit. Last thing, guys. Breaking news, okay? I know you guys are scared when you hear this. You're going to be very scared, but it's alright. Beanie Siegel has gotten shot. Did you hear this? The most relevant rapper in hip-hop has gotten shot. They say he is now safe and stable in the hospital. But,
Beanie Siegel was out?
Yeah, I know.
How could they let that menace back on this shit train? Do they know who Beanie Siegel is?
Beanie Siegel's such a goon, he's not allowed in Philly anymore.
He had to get shot and play.
They locked him out, yeah. They threw him over to New Jersey. Like,
I want to hear Momo's theory.
It's
on
always
this.
sunny in Philadelphia. People are still welcome there.
Beanie Siegel's.
It's never sunny when Beanie Siegel.
It's never sunny when Beanie Siegel's around.
It's always sunny in Philadelphia unless Beanie Siegel is in town.
In that case, it's going to be very dark and someone will be shot.
So, several people.
But I do want to hear Bill Wall's thoughts on this, being a Philly dude.
Nah, man.
What is your idea?
I love Beanie Siegel. Beanie Siegel is one of my favorite rappers of all time, and if Beanie Siegel has gotten shot, Jay-Z's behind it in some way, shape, or form. Jay-Z is responsible for Beanie Siegel getting shot because they had like serious beef a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Because Jay-Z didn't come visit Beanie when he was in prison, when he came out. Jay-Z had like left him behind and dissolved state property, and that was all the money that Beanie had that was legal.
Yeah.
And now he had to go back to the trap and shit.
Yeah.
So I bet you Jay-Z just been plotting his waiting, just waiting.
You know what actually happened? They caught the guy that shot Beanie Siegel, and when reporters interviewed him, he said that he thought Beanie Siegel was Freeway. That's a quote.
Turn on the beat.
That's hilarious. That's so funny.
Like,
no, I killed the wrong one.
Why are you both wearing headbands?
I wanted the one with the annoying voice.
Yo, Freeway's great.
Freeway's nice.
Freeway's
I love Freeway.
mad nice,
He was
man.
good.
He did a lot of shit with Jake One.
Yeah.
That shit is good.
But back to the whole Jay-Z thing, man. I don't know. It's like
I think Jay-Z's behind almost every rapper getting murdered. To be fair, I think he's behind everything.
Let's just
Big
throw,
L.
Let's just throw things out here.
I think he got Big L.
9/11.
Jay-Z. Blueprint dropped on 9/11. Jay-Z was responsible.
he's
wanted,
also part Jewish.
He won.
Mark it down.
Hey man, I bet Jay-Z wanted the Twin Towers and your roof to come down on that day. So
Notorious Big.
yeah, he's definitely behind that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Him and
Tupac.
Puffy was in cahoots. I don't think he's behind Tupac.
Wow.
Yeah, I think Suge.
Count Jay-Z's
I think that's
influence.
Suge. Nah, I think Suge. That was all Suge.
That was all.
Suge got Pac killed. If Pac is dead.
Shout out to Suge, man.
Yeah.
I want to get signed with the Cat Williams label, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and,
Yeah, I don't
like,
actually
Soul
think.
I would
Tupac's
never
dead.
acknowledge. Yeah, I would never acknowledge Suge Knight if he was in my presence.
I know you wouldn't.
I would never. I would just be like, yo, I hate your guts, man. You are the devil. Like, he's literally the devil to me. But like, I love Jay-Z, huge Jay-Z fan. I don't have a problem with him killing all these guys. It's just that I think
It's time.
it's for market share. It's for market share. Like, I think he killed Big L because remember Big L roasted him on that 7-minute freestyle.
Yeah.
He roasted him. He needed to go. Right. Then Biggie was in his way, and Puffy was like, man, Biggie's probably going to try to make money without me. He notices that he doesn't need me. He's the star. So they both combined to get him killed.
And then Puffy came out with "I'll Be Missing You."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then
written by Sauce Money.
By Sauce Money, which was an affiliate of Jay-Z. So I'm saying, like, they had this all planned out beforehand. Look.
And then Jay-Z also murdered Kelly Rowland and Michelle from Destiny's Child because they told Beyonce she should stay black, and he was like, "Do not do that."
Do not do that.
Yeah.
Fucking up our money.
Yeah. Beyonce wasn't even pregnant.
Yeah.
She wasn't even pregnant. You guys seen that video of her? She's like about to get interviewed and like some thing is in her stomach and like falls out. Did you guys see that shit?
I'm not part of this.
She had a midwife though. She wasn't pregnant.
Look,
she was known though.
Like,
nah, but
like
they
Kenan
said she
Thompson
was.
said, I like the work. So I'm not gonna say.
Well, last time, what was it?
Nope.
This is years ago, before like Jay-Z was still, of course, big, but not nearly as big as he was now. But they're gonna have a baby together, but she was working so hard that the baby was born stillborn.
Yeah, baby came out stillborn.
So-
Still, I gotta move on. My heart still torn.
So thank you for the insensitive joke, Momoh. All right.
But at least
why
he
don't
got
you
to.
do-
But
why
at
don't you do
least
some poignant shit about Eric Garner.
No,
like
but at
me?
least he got to make this campy life. I think that all these songs and all these things are done intentionally by Jay-Z. Like, Jay-Z is the most calculated rapper of all time. Yeah.
So then,
But you love him.
Yeah.
I love him. Yeah,
But then
I love
quick,
Mastermind.
So then, quick question: how long does Kanye West have?
It depends if he ever crosses Jay-Z.
He'll never do that.
If little brother tries to be big brother, then Jay-Z will just like dead him. He'll die. Like Kanye will be on some express flight from Dallas to LA. It's like, hey, I need you out here. Like, I sent this pilot. He's gonna fly you. Oh yeah, you're gonna be flying over the
Don't worry,
Rockies.
it's the same guy from
Sent
Ali's
for a
plane.
private.
Yeah, exactly.
I hooked you up with Ali's pilot.
Yeah, it was Ali's
I got.
Oh my God.
He's sent for in a private meeting.
Any of this.
Who was Dame Dash's?
Any of this.
That was Dame Dash's
Any of
girl.
this.
Aaliyah was Dame Dash's girl.
Now he's on Shark Tank.
Son, I'm telling you. Jay-Z.
I like the work. Let me make this clear.
Jay-Z's behind. He's an incredible artist.
When was the last
But he's
time
murdering
Star had
everyone.
a job? You understand? When was the last time Star had a job? All right?
Who's
I like the work.
I'm starring Buck Wild.
For real? I don't even know who's Star.
Case in point.
Who's
Star
Star?
Jones.
Yeah, right.
I said.
Jay-Z
I like
got
the
rid of
work,
her
man.
too. She was
I like the work, man. Doing features and bookings right now, like you know.
nah, man. I don't care about the work. I want to just let it be known. Jay-Z murdered
Which me and
all
Momoh are
these
truth
people.
tellers right now.
I
I'm
understand that.
Me and Momoh.
I understand
We're gonna
that.
expose everybody
But
right now.
Kyle Bostic likes to work.
Jay-Z murdered all of them. He's behind it all. There's no way he's not. Jay-Z has benefited. Jay-Z and Puff Daddy benefited the most.
Kyle Bostic just came off the Eric Andre show too.
Big L.
Like, you gotta
Big
understand.
Pun. I bet you Jay-Z.
understand.
Bet you Jay-Z was
Big
forcing
Pun.
Pun to eat and killing him too. Jay-Z's behind every hip hop death.
You think he
to-
shot 50 just to teach him a
yeah.
lesson?
Oh yeah. Why? Because he was
To let
like,
him know?
I'm about $1. What the fuck is 50
I have
cent?
to stop that.
Oh, that was Supreme and all that.
I
niggas.
have to stop that. That's some Southside shit. Like,
50 was running his mouth.
If it's Queen shit that I know what happened,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you fucking talk that crazy shit.
Obviously.
But would you
What
have
is somebody from? What?
Yeah, who's the next rapper to get shot?
Jam Master Jay was behind that.
Yeah, that was 50's friend.
That was
yeah, man.
No, he wasn't behind.
Who's the next rapper?
I think that was. I think that was Freeman. I definitely think that was.
Not that we're hoping it happens, but who's the next rapper to get shot? Like, who's running their mouth so recklessly that they're gonna get shot for it? If it's not Kanye, it's kind of hard. But like,
it's not gonna be Kanye.
Kanye's definitely not gonna
Kanye's
get
gonna get
shot.
shot by a
The repercussions of Kanye getting shot would be way too high.
I think the next rapper to get shot is probably gonna be Childish Gambino. He's gonna do it to himself accidentally. Trying to do a publicity stunt.
Yeah.
He's gonna pull a gun on somebody else
ironic.
and it's gonna kick back and shoot him.
Yeah, but it's gonna be like a tranquilizer gun or something.
And then when he thinks that he's dying, when he thinks that he's saying his last words, he's gonna be like, "Don't worry, guys. I know I'm just a shittier Drake too."
Oh,
And then he's gonna
Wow.
And I don't like Childish Gambino. I have entire jokes about how much he stinks. Like,
I like him actually. I think he's good.
damn, son,
But
that
he
was
is.
my line then. Like,
Really?
we
should have ran it by each other.
Should have ran it by me, dog. I was like,
You know, I could have laid that shooting thing up for you.
It's like,
and then you could have dunked it.
Pop the trunk.
Blake Griffin that shit,
Dunked
man.
it. Yeah, I could have alley-ooped that to you. That's my bad. I was being greedy.
It's all good.
I was being greedy.
It's all good, son. Get your buckets,
Alright,
man. Get your points. Get your
DMX
points.
too.
Get your buckets, man.
Man.
Who would get shot? It's definitely gonna be a southern dude.
Big Crit.
Nah.
No.
Everyone fucks with Crick, man.
Yeah, he's dope.
I got one. I think the next person to get shot is just gonna be Dej Loaf. That's who I think is gonna be the next person to get shot. Bitch, you say he's trying me?
Oh, I thought that was I'm in love with the Coco.
Because somebody gonna try her.
I'm in love with the Coco.
Because she's 5 feet tall. And she's just walking around with furs all the fucking time. Like, why wouldn't somebody try you?
Yeah,
Like,
that's funny. Oh man, I don't know. The next rapper to get shot. That's a very interesting. That's a very interesting question.
What's going on? And because I thought there was something, and I'll pull it up. I think I'll pull it up. There was something going on in Jersey where, like, you couldn't go to Jersey because, like, if somebody, like, they have almost a no-fly zone in Jersey. Well, the last thing that I did want to talk about, because they have a no, like, whatchamacallit said that there's a no-fly zone in Detroit.
Really?
Over all of Detroit?
For J. Cole because of Eminem line of Trick.
He said something.
Yeah, Trick said that.
What?
That there's a no-fly zone in Detroit.
He like called him out. I haven't heard that line, yo.
No,
Yeah.
for J. Cole.
J. Cole said something about Trick?
No, he said something about Eminem.
M.
Really?
Yeah, recently. And Macklemore and I guess.
Oh, well, that's in one of his records. Just saying like because they're white, they sell more. Would I sell like Eminem or Adele?
No, because you're not as
that's
good
not-
as him.
Yeah, but even regardless, I know what he's saying, but it's like I wouldn't take that as derogatory.
No,
I didn't hear it.
I mean, even Eminem has said that.
I wouldn't say Eminem's name on the track.
You have to take it serious because it's Uncle Trick.
Yeah, he would get bodied.
Like Uncle Trick ran dudes out of Detroit before.
Yeah.
That's done happened.
That's kind of like my favorite part of hip hop. Like, there's certain rappers that kind of like really own a city. Like, fucking Trick. Trick. You got, what's his name? What's the dude out in West Coast, E40? Like, he runs the Bay.
Yeah,
like,
that's
he
true.
literally runs the Bay.
Well, we heard the Biggie. Everybody heard the Biggie story.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, nigga, you could have been murdered if it's not for me. Like, that shit is real. Like, niggas, I love that shit about hip hop.
Well,
It's almost like the Wild Wild West, man.
Well, it's kind of like hip hop, and I feel like honestly, comedy are very similar in that way.
Garth Brooks, you can't come to Dallas, nigga.
Can't get in my city. But it's true, like, you know, you go to different places to do comedy and stuff, and you'll see these people that are like the king of their like city. You know what I mean? They own everything. They get to do the road and travel, and they have their little stardom in their own way. People know who they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for the most part, they own it, and I think so it's like.
Well, who's the dude who's writing for Lil Wayne in Philly?
Gilly.
Yeah.
Oh, Gilly the Kid, yeah.
Yeah, Gilly gets props in Philly.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Yeah. I mean, they were in what, Major Figures?
Yeah.
Was the group? They had the song Yeah That's Us. That song was hot as fuck. But like Ab Liva, oddly enough.
Ab's nice.
Yeah, Ab went into, what is it, the Re-Up Gang with the Clips?
Yeah.
And them. And I fucking love the Clips. Oh my god, I love the Clips.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I fuck with the Clips.
Yeah, the Clips are probably my favorite hip hop duo ever.
Really?
More than Outkast, more than Mobb Deep, more than Mos Def and Talib.
Really?
Mos Def and Talib don't have enough.
Yeah. Well, they have a lot. They have a lot. They're kind of synonymous with one another.
They do,
too.
definitely.
Like,
I mean,
they have enough.
With Clips, I can never really.
They don't have enough together.
With Clips, I can never really speak
what
on that part of whether they're saying that they're better or worse than those other groups, because like I've listened to them, but I've never listened to like
is better
deeply.
than them, but
they're just your favorite.
You're my favorite.
I know what you mean.
Like,
Yeah.
Well,
That's
not okay. Well,
that's fair enough.
That's how I want to finish up. Who's your favorite groups of all time? Just hip hop groups.
Clips, man.
Clips.
Me, I'd probably say.
Because I know mine.
I'd probably say, you know what, Wu-Tang. If I'm talking about favorites, just simply
group.
Clips.
Whoa. Do you mean duo or collection?
No,
like
group.
Nah, man, because Wu-Tang is like.
Wu-Tang.
Fuck out of here. That's such a thing. Like,
I know what you mean.
That's
It is,
like Ray and Ghost together is one thing.
I'll say less than four. I mean, four members or less. Four members or less.
Okay, then yeah, I'd probably say Outkast then.
Top three.
Outkast.
Top three Clips. Oh damn.
Because I know mine. I already know mine.
Mobb Deep, Outkast, and then Mobb Deep, Outkast, but number one is gonna be the Clips. But I fucks with Beastie Boys though.
Right.
Yeah.
I fuck with Beastie Boys more later in their career.
Really?
Because I felt that was more them. I felt like I felt that was more them. When like I felt like yes, they liked hip hop, but that wasn't all what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
Well, they originally were a punk band.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they have a bit of a mixture in that.
They
In
were
that
like young kids rap about young kids stuff, and they got old and kind of
Exactly.
serious.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I like them. I like them later. But my favorite all time, Locks.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I just don't like Chic Luch.
I know you don't.
Yeah,
like
I'm not the biggest
Never been a
Chic
big
but
Chic Luch guy.
Jada is so fucking
Yeah.
nice. Jada is so fucking nice. Jada is so fucking nice.
Well, Jada is nice enough that you can just carry.
And I do love. I love Mobb Deep up until Jay-Z dissed Prodigy, because Prodigy was never the same after that. He just wasn't.
What happened?
And after Jay-Z dissed Prodigy,
Oh yeah.
he was never the same after that.
Well, I mean, coincidentally, he was also in jail.
Yeah.
He never was the same.
And I mean,
have
he
to keep it
wasn't the
thorough.
same after.
And he has sickle cell anemia. He's
Like,
and the whole thing with him and
look,
what's his name getting robbed at
the
gunpoint.
loser of Jay-Z
And all their
Nas
shit taken and left in their underwear at a park.
Yeah, whatchamacallit.
Let's keep it real. The loser of Jay-Z Nas beef was Prodigy.
The loser of Jay Nas beef was Mobb Deep as a whole.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, no,
Neither-
didn't Havoc also have beef with him? Well, not beef with him, but he was saying
But
like
Havoc
he was
can't
getting
rap.
his shit.
Havoc makes beats.
Havoc can rap.
Havoc makes beats.
Havoc can rap. Though.
Havoc is a better RZA. Okay.
No,
okay.
no way. Havoc can rap. Now Havoc held down the Infamous. Like he held it down.
Yeah, I like Havoc.
Yeah, Havoc held it down, man. Spark the rock.
Prodigy's best verses kill any Havoc verse.
Of course, because he's the rapper, but Havoc can rap. Like he's.
Oh, you know what? Another group that I really like is Rhyme Sayers. You ever listen to them?
Who's all that?
It's a bunch of different people, like a lot of
Brother Ali.
I think Brother Ali is also in it, but it's like I think they had 5 members, but it's like okay, it doesn't count. But just if anybody's listening, look up Rhyme Sayers. They're all from Minnesota, so it has POS and Atmosphere in it. So it has Slug from Atmosphere, the producer.
Slug is dope.
Slug is nice as fuck, man. I love Southsiders. That's an album you need to listen to, man.
What album?
Southsiders. That's a great fucking
Atmosphere album.
Yeah.
Is it new?
It's new. Yeah, it came out in 2013.
I haven't heard.
Shit's fire.
Last one I listened to was You Can't Imagine How Much Fun We're Having. That was the last one I listened to.
That one's okay. I feel like I honestly missed after I listened to When Life Gives You Lemons, Paint That Shit Gold. Yeah. I kind of just like I listened to the ones in between that and Southsiders, but I kind of just gave it a little bit of a rest because like those 2 or 3 albums in between were like okay, they weren't great. Well, like when I listened to Southsiders, I was like, oh shit, this is fucking fire. But yeah, all right. So yeah, I guess what last thing do we want to say to the people? Right. If you're thinking about rap, try not to. If you're thinking about rapping, try not to hang out with Beanie Siegel because you will get shot. Even if he thinks you're freeway.
My last words for hip hop would be Eminem, stop being so angry. Have you heard that rap bat? Did you see that shit? Like,
yeah. Why is he angry?
He's so angry.
We'll save that. We'll save that for the next one. That can be like a 15-20 minute segment.
Why are you so angry, Eminem? Let it go. Yeah. Just stop.
That's a great one.
And my last thing
who are you mad
to leave is
Hey Wayne, it's the creepy dude from Korn. How's it going?
I'm still just fucking learning.
Love it. So I heard things are pretty bad with the Carter 5.
Yeah, his baby's got a Heineken sign on his head. Yeah.
Craziness.
And see. Alright, I guess we'll see you guys in 2 weeks and tune in next time when we do our segment, Why is Eminem So Mad?
Yeah.
I'm Phil Burke.
I'm Momo.
And this is Kyle Bostic, who wants to work.
There you go.
Illuminati.
Peace.